Good morning, Vietnam! Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. It is Wednesday morning. It's 8 o'clock, so you already know what time it is. It is time for the morning app. I'm Howie C. here with Kristen, Josh, and Taylor in after a very productive, maybe, Easter break?
Yes. Oh,
Were you
break
productive?
was awesome. Yes, it was wonderful.
Let's not say it was productive.
It was productive in the sense that I got a lot of the stuff that I want to get done. Not needs.
That's good.
But I went to a concert, and I wanted to do that, and
So
I got
not
that done.
That's productive.
Productive.
See, I think over break, the only thing I really did, I went out to look at cars. I went to church on Sunday and
Ooh, nice, Howie.
and played with the puppy, my new puppy that I have. So yeah, his name is Casper. He is 9 weeks old.
Oh my gosh. Okay, treasure it because they grow really fast.
Yes.
And I miss my puppy.
He's in the stage where he's biting everything. So he's biting my shorts. I'm walking around.
Oh, no.
He tries to attack my leg, and I'm like, dude, it's not gonna work. I'm bigger than you. Like, stop.
Stop trying.
So cute.
Yeah, he is precious. And as Kristen said, she went to a concert during the break, and we want to talk about concert experiences because if you are living under a rock, tomorrow is going to be the Migos concert. It's going to be in the Holmes Convocation Center.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Tickets are still available for it, too. So,
Wow, I'm going to hurry out
You
and
can
get
stop
mine.
living under a rock, Josh.
I think Josh has been.
Who's playing?
The Migos.
Ah.
You don't listen to any of their music. I can already tell. Not one song. Give me one Migos song.
Nope.
Nope.
I know the Amigos, a mariachi band.
Oh, my
my
gosh.
God.
Is that
I don't even think they're called the Migos. It's just called Migos, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Amigos?
it's just Migos.
I don't know, you tell me.
Are you talking about the Migos like tomorrow, or are you talking about the mariachi
Now
band?
we're all confused.
I am all confused.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of talk about some concert experiences that we have had. You know, Kristen, how was RKS? How was it?
It was so good. So good. Like, my heart is so full. It was one of the best concerts that I have ever been to. And because, I have known RKS since freshman year here. I've watched their concerts. I just remember when they were, babies and they sold out maybe half of Legends, and now they're touring. And it was so great. It was just a really great way to, I guess, wrap up my senior year with seeing another concert of them. They're releasing their new album, and I was just so happy. Everybody from Boone was there. The concert was in Asheville this weekend, and it was like so many App State people, and it was just a really great atmosphere. They have this beer that they sold at the concert that benefited the Horn in the West, and so it was just like this very communal vibe that was just. It was just unlike other concerts, in the sense that it was a hometown feel. Everybody there had this same love for RKS that was not new or anything like that. And the songs that they played, the energy, it was one of my favorite concerts. And I think it was because they have such a history with Boone.
Yeah.
And everybody from Asheville and Boone, we all get along. So it was just I could go on, but it was unbelievable. It was just such a great experience. It's great to go to these big concerts sometimes, but it's nice when, you get that community feel at a concert,
It almost seems rewarding when you have an artist that isn't that big and you really became a fan before anybody else really knew him. And now that they are big, it's like, I'm just proud that people are recognizing how good you actually are.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's Daniel Caesar is an artist that I really want to go see because me and my boyfriend, our song is one of his songs, but it came out like a long time ago, and we really appreciate him as an artist because not many people know about him, but he's starting to get really big.
Yeah.
He's starting to travel around Europe, and I'm hoping he'll start traveling more around the U.S., but to me that would be so rewarding to see somebody like him who wasn't a huge artist, and now he's blowing up, and it's like, you were so talented. I'm glad people are seeing it now.
And like not only that, like not only the popularity that they're getting, but the avenues that they have in which to create better music is now, it's just phenomenal. And so it's like they have, you know, access to these avenues in which their music is just going to continue to improve. Like this next album, I'm so excited because we previewed it at the concert. It hasn't been released yet, and I was blown away.
Cool.
I was blown away.
Don't you love that when you go to a concert and you hear some unreleased music, and so everybody, nobody knows the song, so we're all just vibing to it, but we don't know the lyrics or anything. So I think it puts everybody on an equal level in that sense. Like, I don't know the song, you don't know it either.
Right, but I really did appreciate that they still played older songs that everybody knew, everyone could sing along with, you know, because that's one thing. I don't listen to a whole album necessarily. I'm more of like a tracks person, so I like individual songs from a certain artist, but not necessarily the whole album. So when I go to a concert and that artist only plays that whole album and then 2 throwbacks, I'm like, yeah, that was kind of fun. But this was a perfect blend of both.
Good.
Gotcha. Josh, what about you? Have you had any crazy concert experiences?
Not really. I mean, especially all the concerts that come to App, I usually don't go to or anything. I mean, I went to Lil Wayne. That was just because I had a free ticket and couldn't tell you a single song he sings.
Good job, yeah.
Thank you.
You had to know at least one of those songs. You probably heard on the radio at one point.
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of them were
on the
really
radio?
popular. Yeah, a lot of them were popular. Like they weren't popular in just a rap sense. They were top 40 popular. They were all across the board.
I knew what he was singing, but I didn't know any of the words or anything, so
Okay,
I could just,
gotcha.
you know, like randomly bounce
usually how
around.
it
And,
goes.
Hey, trust me, you're doing better than a lot of the people that were probably at that concert. They were probably like, I don't know this song either. I'm just going to vibe with it.
Me at Migos.
I've been to a couple of RKS ones here at Legends and one in Asheville as well, and they always do a good job. I mean, I wish I'd gone to this one, but I just forgot and didn't get a ticket.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got a ticket the second it came out. But I'm proud of you for going to Lil Wayne. Did you at least enjoy the atmosphere of a
Thank you.
concert?
I'm proud of you for remembering Saturday's concert. I mean, it was fun. It was nice being with friends and everything, like, you know,
Yeah.
but
I loved it. I honestly thought Lil Wayne set App on a new level for concerts because everyone just like appreciated it. It was like us 90 kids came back together.
Yeah.
I know Lil Wayne's not in the 90s, but like it was an artist that we grew up on, you know, as kids in like middle school and high school. I remember Lil Wayne was the thing, you know?
I'm just happy he showed up. 'Cause that was a big
I know, yeah, that too.
I didn't know anything about
That
him.
too.
Like, everyone around me was like, oh, is he not going to show up? I'm like,
Yeah,
is
he didn't
not?
show up to the last, I think it was Bama State.
Yeah.
He was supposed to play for them over spring break, and he didn't show up. And I was like, guys, we got to be prepared.
So we were really
happened?
concerned. Like, I was like, please, Lil Wayne, you got to come.
yeah,
man. You
please
gotta
don't
be
do
here.
this to us.
And it's cool to hear everybody's concert experiences. For me personally, the last 2 years I have been to 2 EDM concerts. Both of them in Alice in Wonderland. The first time I went was actually at Orange Pill. It was in 2016. And it was the first time I've ever been to an EDM concert.
jealous.
You know, I've been to rap concerts.
Yeah.
I've been
It's
I've seen
different.
It's
Yeah.
a very different
Surprisingly,
vibe.
I've seen ZZ Top, believe it or not. I saw ZZ Top in Three Doors Down and Gretchen Wilson in concert, but I've never been to an EDM concert, right? So completely different experience. So we went to the Orange Pill to see it. It was me and my friend Raphael. We went together, and I couldn't tell you how amazing that concert was because, like you said with RKS, you know, you are in a environment with a lot of people who are so passionate about that artist and they know the lyrics or they don't know them, but at the same time, they're all just together and they all
Yes.
bring a positive energy to bring everybody up.
Yeah.
And so that was something. And the one last year was even better, too, because I went to D.C., so I traveled far from it. Same thing. A lot of people there with the same energy and just having a good time. So
Yeah, it's crazy too, the different genres that you can go to. Would you believe it if I told you I went to a country concert once?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Who?
Okay.
Who, what, where, when,
Yeah,
how?
who, what, when, where.
Kristen at a country concert.
I was very lost.
That was silly.
I was like walking around. I was like, what is everyone doing?
So wait, who'd you see?
I had a free ticket. I think it was Dirks Bentley. Is
Oh
that a
my
person?
gosh,
Dirks
I love
Bentley?
Dirks Bentley.
Yeah, I was not vibing. It did not last
that
long.
hurts my feelings so
Oh my
bad.
goodness.
But it's just it's a really cool experience too. And I used to be like, oh, we have to be front row. We're gonna get there early. We're gonna wait in line 2 hours, you know, and we're gonna be in the pit, and it's gonna be so great. And now I'm like, I will take the corner in the back where no one's standing so I
No.
can dance and just vibe on my own. Like
No.
I'm over it. I'm over the whole. We have to be in the middle and get squashed by a bunch of people, So concerts, I've gone to so many, but like it's evolved with me. So I
Yeah.
think that like that's something you can appreciate about live music. You know, it's not
Yeah.
just, it's not anywhere in one category.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think going to the front is kind of essential for me. Like I will have to be in the
really?
front, or I'm going to be upset. So.
You know when you get to like the big venues, like in Charlotte, the is it PCM, PGM,
Like
something
the
like
arenas?
that?
Yeah, PNC.
I
yeah.
have to be on the lawn because my first country concert was Luke Bryan, and it started pouring down rain, and I've never had more fun at a concert in my entire life.
Really?
What?
I think when you can have like a horrible situation with the environment, but you still have such devoted fans that they literally are just having fun and enjoying their time because you still are performing for us.
Yeah.
It was a great environment. Everybody around us was just dancing and having even more fun. It's like dance in the rain and you're listening to one of your favorite artists, like make a positive experience out of it. And I was like, it just was a really good experience.
Yeah.
That sounds so country.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
But
just
like,
'cause everyone was
I would do it
drunk.
for John Mayer. I've seen John Mayer like 3 times now at the same place, and
Yeah.
I would in a heartbeat watch him in the rain.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I used to go to a ton of concerts. Now I can go to as many as I can afford.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of affording concerts, we will be talking about money just on the other side of the break. You've been listening to The Morning App.
Where the scissors at?
Where's the tape?
I don't know. You had it. No, I didn't.
Guys, what are you doing? You said sports rap. We're wrapping up presents for sports teams, right?
No, I meant Sports Rap, the sports talk show on 90.5 WASU that airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 6, where we recap the biggest sports games and news from the week.
What did you say?
Well, what are you rapping?
Oh, I'm just getting Tom Brady up to play football. Maybe you can catch this.
I'm just wrapping up LeBron's career in Cleveland and sending Isaiah Thomas a no-trade clause.
And I'm getting a choking hazard label for the Indians, Dodgers, and the Falcons. You think Dan Quinn will like this?
Come on, guys, time for actual sports rap.
Falcons, Dodgers.
My name is Maggie Harper, and I host the App 1800, a podcast featuring the current events in Boone that you care about. Listen every Monday at 9 a.m. on 90.5 WASU after the Morning App.
What time is it? I need to get up. I need to go for the show.
It's time for the Morning App.
Welcome into the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
How you guys doing this morning?
You can listen worldwide at WASUradio.com, live on App TV, or with the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Howie.
Oh, hey, Kristen, how are you? So what's going on? What music you listen to right now?
Man, Howie, I don't know. I can't find any good music anymore.
Well, guess what? I host a show on WASU.
You do?
Yeah, it's called The Rollout. Do you like top 40 music?
Of course I do.
Well, guess what? I have your fix. I have the songs that are coming up on the charts. I have the next breakout artists and the songs you want to hear again and again.
That sounds great. When was it again?
It's going to be Wednesdays at 7 on 90.5 WASU or WASUradio.com.
The Rollout.
Listen to The Rollout every Wednesday at 7 on 90.5 WASU.
What's up, guys? Here on App TV, the A Game is the only place where you can see highlights and updates on everything App State sports. I'm Braxton Critcher.
And I'm Ashley Smith, co-host of the A Game, where each and every Monday at 9 p.m. you can find the best coverage of all your favorite Mountaineer teams and in-depth reporting from the sidelines.
That also includes athlete interviews, a player of the week, and a chance for students to get involved with the Q&A game.
So join us each Monday on App TV for App State's only sports TV show.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Welcome back to the Morning App on 90.5 WASU. Let me tell you how our morning's going. Kristen just typed in email.com instead of actually going to her emails.
You love it. Wednesday morning, you love it.
I haven't had coffee.
Oh my gosh.
So I was just like, yeah, the computer will figure it out. Email.com.
Was there?
Not the place. Don't go there.
There isn't? Okay, there's nothing at email.com.
You know,
my computer's like, what are you doing?
I had a moment like that last night. I had a bunch of friends over for a bonfire, and we couldn't figure out how to get the grill on. And after like an hour, someone goes, why didn't someone just Google it? And we were like, seriously? We're in the generation of Googling everything. Like, why didn't we just do that in the first place? Gosh.
So wait, you were getting a grill going?
Yeah, we were cooking out hot dogs and stuff, so we all just put it on sticks and put it over the bonfire.
Oh.
We went real old-fashioned with it.
Okay, so what kind of grill were you working with? Were you doing like a big charcoal grill? Or
No, it's like one of those like ones you can carry around. So we just popped it up and put coals in it, and we had 5 guys.
I know how to do that. Could have called me.
5 guys, and not one person to figure
Howie,
out.
are you a dad?
Yes.
You literally just went like full, like, oh, what kind of grill? I got the Grill Master 5000.
If you didn't know about me, I have a huge passion for grills.
No way.
I
Really?
love to grill.
That's so
Are you serious?
I'm so serious. I really like to grill.
I've seen your George Foreman grill over your house. It's really
good. There it is. See, but I want a big grill. Whenever I get my own house, I want a huge grill, right? And have everybody come over. Like, we'll put some steaks, some hot dogs, chicken on it, and we'll do it up.
That's awesome.
You're going to be the best dad ever.
I'm going to live right next door.
Yes.
Feed me for life.
I'll be across the street.
I got you. Come through.
Yeah.
So we kind of talked it a little bit before we went out for the break, but money, personal financing, all of that, it's super important as we are about to graduate college, aside from Josh, sorry. But, we're coming into this new life chapter. We need to figure out what we're doing with our money, how we're going to pay back our loans if we have those. And I don't know if you guys were taught this as a child, Were you guys ever instilled with how money works or anything like that when you were young?
Yeah, actually, I had a debit card when I was 11, I think, because...
Oh, my gosh.
Is that possible?
Yes, that's possible. Yeah. So my dad, he would always give me an allowance, and since my parents are divorced, he would, send money that way.
Okay.
But he was always like, save your money, like, make sure you put a little bit towards this. And I don't do a good job of that, but he's always telling me, like, put your money aside, save some money. So
yeah.
I had a bank account since I was born, actually.
Oh.
And whenever I got money, like, for my birthday or Christmas or anything, my parents would have me go and put it in my bank account. Yeah, I'm not good at saving money. Like, I am, and then I'll do, like, a big trip, and then all of a sudden it takes me back a little bit, and I have to work back at it. But, I've had one for a long time.
Yeah, I had something similar. I had a piggy bank, pink piggy bank with, put some change in there.
Of course,
I had
Josh
a lot
had
of
one.
change,
All
a lot
right,
of quarters.
Joshua.
Why am I not surprised he had a piggy bank?
Right, I know.
I had several
You
piggy
see
banks.
Several. Look,
piggy banks.
income.
And treasure chest, but that's
He
fine.
probably had like one piggy bank for food and one piggy bank for fun.
And then the emergency one.
And the emergency piggy bank.
Oh, my God. I could see him having a dinosaur piggy bank.
Yeah, I could see that too.
No, I didn't have one of those. I think I had a bear one.
Oh, okay. That's no fun.
But we always kind of talk about, moderation is key when parenting or nannying or anything like that, with TV or sweets. And I think moderation is key with money too. So this was an article I came across, and I was like, I don't necessarily agree with this mother's tactics. But the article is like, oh yes, this clever mom, this is a great way to teach your kids money. You should pick up this whole plan that she has for her kids. And how it works is her kids have a work schedule. And it tells them when they have to do certain chores around the house and when they go to school. And her daughter will earn $1 a day, and she gets overtime rates on weekends of $2 and bonuses for good grades in school. She gets a weekly paycheck on Fridays from mom and dad. But get this, her parents take out $1 as like income tax, but to also kind of go towards power, water, and internet. I don't know how old this child is, but really, it doesn't go to that. It goes into a savings account for the little girl, which is a little bit better. But still, I totally disagree with this. Like, I mean, my parents taught me how money works. They were always like, maybe save 70% or 60% of what you're making now because you don't have expenses, and then you can have fun with the rest. You can organize your money into envelopes or whatever. But I think that you need to let your child be a child.
Thank
like
you.
you need to let
Yes.
her like relax. This is the only time in her life where she's not going to have to worry about paychecks.
Yeah.
She's not going to have to worry about work. She doesn't have to worry about paying the water, you know, and she'll have to do that for the rest of her life. So let her have a childhood. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I thought this was just way too much. You know, moderation. This is an extreme, and I think that she needs to pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell 'em, Kristen.
But they're praising this. They're like, oh, this is so great.
I completely agree with you. I mean, I know for me, I've, had 2 jobs since I was 15, since the day I could start working. And to be a child and have to start thinking about that and thinking in work terms and having money taken from you and having to work, you shouldn't. It's like money can honestly tear so many people apart, and it can give people depression and all these issues.
It's like the number one reason for divorce.
Yes, like you can learn how to budget money and stuff like that when you can understand money. And I understand she's trying to teach her kids that, but I agree. You need to let your kid be a kid.
Oh, yes.
Don't make them worry about something quite yet, because she has 10 more years till she's probably out of your house, and maybe a few years before then, that's when you can start doing that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like, why are you making her worry and thinking about working and all this stuff when she's only a kid?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think once it's time for her to come and get a job or something like that, then maybe you can talk about these things and teach her those things. But I mean, I have purchase regrets. I had an allowance every single week, and then as a child, I would blow that money on something else. And I was like, oh, it would be great if I still had, I probably made a chunk of change if I just saved it all.
Yeah.
But you have to be a kid. You have to go to the mall with your friends, and you want to have those experiences. And for me to save up my chore money and then go spend it on something fun, I think that's important too. And you don't have to worry about anything. This is the one time in your life where you don't have to worry about anything.
And sometimes that's how you learn.
Yeah.
If you have all your chore money and you spend it on something, and all of a sudden you want something else, and that's when your mom and dad go, well, you spent all your money. I guess you can't do it because, you decided to spend it all.
Yeah. But, to give your child a work schedule?
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
That is so stupid.
See, the one thing about it that I like is that it shows, how money works for the child. But once again, you're a kid. You're supposed to spend all your money. Like, when I was a kid, video games, that's all I spent my money on. Every time I got allowance, it was gone. Oh, where's your money? I spent it on Call of Duty. Sorry. But you're supposed to learn and learn from that instead of being in that position.
Well, the worst part is that they're making this kid only rely on money for the rest of his life. Like, money is his only motivator in life.
Yeah.
You should want to get good grades. You should want to do chores, do yard work and housework for free. Like, you should want to do this,
It
get
shouldn't
good
be a
grades.
reward system every time you do something good.
All you're teaching this kid is that every single time you go to work, or as you continue to grow up, you're only motivated by money. You're only doing this for money, and I think that's not a good thing.
Right. Yeah.
And you know what? I think this is a great system if you're a kid in high school and you don't have to work.
Yeah.
For me, I had to work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
And so I learned it naturally. But I think this is a great system for students, who don't really have anything to teach them. And so if you do want to implement something, maybe your junior and senior year before you get out of the house, implement something like this. But I mean, for some reason, I'm thinking this child's probably in middle school or something.
I was thinking younger,
or
honestly.
maybe elementary school, and you should not be worrying about that. You really shouldn't.
Not at all.
And I think Josh made an amazing point on that too.
Yeah. This article kind of wraps up with saying, though, that not only is her daughter learning responsibilities and budgeting, she's learning math. And if she gets in trouble, she'll have to forfeit her week's paycheck. So.
Yeah, no.
Why don't you just fire her?
I quit. I say, Mom, I quit. I'm
She's
just
fired.
going to be a kid.
You gotta go. It seems like in the U.S., it's all about the dollar. It's all about the economy.
really
It's
is.
just like, come on, let the kid be a kid. But coming up on the morning app, we're going to be playing Josh's favorite, which is Would You Rather, putting our brains to the test. It's a long December, counting crows on the app.
Where the scissors at?
Where's the tape?
I don't know. You had it.
No, I didn't. Guys, what are you doing?
You said sports wrap. We're wrapping up presents for sports teams, right?
No, I meant Sports Wrap, the sports talk show on 90.5 WASU that airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 6, where we recap the biggest sports games and news from the week.
What did you say?
Well, what are you wrapping?
Oh, I'm just getting Tom Brady up to play football. Maybe you can catch this.
I'm just wrapping up LeBron's career in Cleveland and sending Isaiah Thomas a no-trade clause.
And I'm getting a choking hazard label for the Indians, Dodgers, and the Falcons. You think Dan Quinn will like this?
Come on, guys, time for actual sports rap.
Falcons, Dodgers.
My name is Maggie Harper, and I host the App 1800, a podcast featuring the current events in Boone that you care about. Listen every Monday at 9 a.m. on 90.5 WASU, after the Morning App.
What time is it? I need to get up. I need to go for a shot.
It's time for the morning app.
Welcome into the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
How you guys doing this morning? You can listen worldwide at WASUradio.com, live on App TV, or with the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Howie.
Oh, hey, Kristen, how are you? So what's going on? What music you listen to right now?
Man, Howie, I don't know. I can't find any good music anymore.
Well, guess what? I host a show on WASU.
You do?
Yeah, it's called The Rollout. Do you like top 40 music?
Of course I do.
Well, guess what? I have your fix. I have the songs that are coming up on the charts. I have the next breakout artists and the songs you want to hear again and again.
That sounds great. When was it again?
It's going to be Wednesdays at 7 on 90.5 WASU or WASUradio.com.
The Rollout.
Listen to The Rollout every Wednesday at 7 on 90.5 WASU.
What's up, guys? Here on App TV, the A Game is the only place where you can see highlights and updates on everything App State sports. I'm Braxton Critcher.
And I'm Ashley Smith, co-host of the A Game, where each and every Monday at 9 p.m. you can find the best coverage of all your favorite Mountaineer teams and in-depth reporting from the sidelines.
That also includes athlete interviews, a player of the week, and a chance for students to get involved with the Q&A game.
So join us each Monday on App TV for App State's only sports TV show.
The Morning App on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com. 8:33 on this exquisite Wednesday morning. Let me know. Yeah, right? You weren't expecting that,
Changing it up.
I mean, it's still a really lovely day.
Who are
Still
you?
a really lovely day. You told me to get better adjectives.
I did.
And now you're not happy about it?
No, I'm ecstatic.
Okay.
Another adjective.
Oh, okay.
I can't stand either of you.
Okay, Howie, I'm on the same page.
Oh my goodness. But right now it's currently feeling like 50. It's actually going to drop a little bit of temperature today. It's going to get to 38 at around 1 o'clock. And it's going to go back up to the 40s and then go back down to the 30s and 20s. So high of 50, low of 26. Tomorrow's going to be a high of 54 and low of 38. So a little bit of cold weather. And they said snow was supposed to be on Saturday, but they changed it up now.
Now it says Monday.
Yeah. So now it says Monday and Saturday no more snow, but we'll see.
What?
We'll have to see.
I just need one more, guys. Just one more so I can get my picture.
I took all of my winter stuff home.
Did
I
you?
know you're not supposed to do that here in
no.
Boone. I know.
You messed up.
There's
You have
never,
until May.
Yeah.
I know. It's cold until then, but I had to because I needed to start clearing out my apartment, and I have a tiny car.
You messed up, Kristen. You messed up.
I know.
Well, it's time for our favorite thing. Would you rather?
Yeah.
Got
This
a couple
really
good
is
ones.
my favorite game.
I know. Okay. Would you rather everything you dream each night come true when you wake up, or everything a randomly chosen person dreams each night come true when they wake up?
So either my dreams or their dreams.
So either you're picking your own worst nightmares, or you're letting someone else's own worst
Okay,
nightmares come to
but
life.
can you control your own dreams?
Yes.
Heck no.
No, you can.
You cannot.
I said no at first because I was like, I've definitely had nightmares I never, ever, ever, ever want to come true. But if I can control my own dreams, then yeah, I choose my own dreams.
But you can't control your own
Yeah, you
dreams.
can't. Like, wasn't it like
Some people
lucid
can.
dreaming or whatever?
Yeah,
it's
lucid
called?
dreaming.
Yeah.
So like, lucid dreaming though is more so that you know you're dreaming and you can kind of just control what happens in it. I don't really do that, but I can wake myself up if I'm having a bad dream. Like I'll be like, wait, this is a dream, and then I'm like, oh hey.
I do think if you think about things before you go to bed, most of the time that's what you'll dream about.
I don't see that as the case for me all the time. You know, sometimes first off, I'm going to put in my answer. I'm going to say I'd rather experience my dreams because I have some pretty great dreams.
But
You know,
what
there's a
about
lot of
any of
dreams
the
of
bad
me
ones
walking to the
ever?
bank, getting money.
But any of the bad ones ever.
Nightmares included.
But I don't have a whole lot of those, you know, so there's
Yeah,
more
you
good
do.
than bad.
Oh, well, that's life, I would hope.
There's more good than that, but I would rather experience my own nightmares than somebody else's because
agree.
I only have one reoccurring nightmare and I know how to get out of it.
Yeah. You know what? I'll go with Kristen. I'm going to say my dreams come into reality.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'll take my dreams just so no one else has to experience their nightmares, but I consistently have the snakes everywhere nightmare and the mini child zombie attack nightmare.
Josh's nightmare is probably using a credit card.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay, cool.
Trying to build credit.
Would you rather have a boomerang that would find and kill any one person of your choosing anywhere in the world, but can only be used once, or a boomerang that always returns to you with $1?
Yeah, okay, that's easy. I want a boomerang that always has $1.
Yes, the boomerang $1.
But you could single-handedly end terrorism.
But you could single-handedly make $1 million in one day.
End terrorism?
But you only get it once, so you're not going to end it.
Wait.
True.
You could
Clarify.
What do
Yeah,
mean?
you only get
You
to...
only get it once, but you could save the world from one attack. If there's like one person
How do you
attacking
know who it is prior to it occurring?
You don't.
You don't, so...
You could kill an innocent person.
Yeah.
Wow, what a horrible
Wow,
ending.
gosh,
Or you
wow.
could still go with the dollar.
yeah, your arm would fall off throwing that boomerang a million times.
No. Not if I got $1 million. I just buy a new one.
That's facts.
It's a magic
Yeah,
boomerang.
like-
You can't just buy a new one.
Buy a new arm? Yeah. I could get me a prosthetic or something.
Look, you could do it once, like every hour,
really high
right?
tech now, so.
You get like $10 a day because if you're asleep for like some
I'm just
of the time.
saying,
$10 a day. Why limit yourself? I'll be flinging that
Right?
boomerang
That's
all
what
day.
I'm saying,
That's
man.
my 40-hour week job is to fling that boomerang and just get $1 after $1.
Yeah, like if you do that for like 3 hours a day, you make $300.
That's
I'm gonna
my-
make, a few $1,000s a week. I am Gucci for life.
Why
I don't
this
need a
is
job.
even like
Screw that.
difficult.
I'm weak.
because I'm
what she
telling you,
said.
if you know someone's terrorizing
Got
the
it all
world,
played out.
if you knew who they were, you could single-handedly take them out with a boomerang.
But you only get to use that boomerang once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can use the dollar one as much as you want.
Just saying, you can rid the world of one evil person.
Like, Josh, there's a lot of evil people out there in the world. One boomerang is not going to solve the problems of the world. So I will take the dollar.
You've never tried it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, same. I mean, I got my plan ready. I'm going to not work.
Yep.
I'm going to throw it 300 times a day.
Yep, as she said, 40-hour work week. Throw the boomerang.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm going to be buff and rich.
Yeah, like one arm strong. Oh, man.
All right. Would you rather know how above or below average you are at everything, or
I'm below average at like everything. That'd be
everything,
so
though.
depressing.
and how above or below, or know how above or below average people are at one skilled talent just by looking at them?
Ooh.
So I can look at Taylor Ann and be like, oh, she's above average cooking, below average dancer. I don't know.
Oh my God, it's actually the opposite.
Yes.
Ow.
I kind of.
Some of you might not know, but I just ran into the microphone.
I think I would pick how above or below average I am, because I'm super competitive. So if I saw that I'm like below average at someone, I would work so hard to get back up to at least above average to that one person.
See, because Josh, he's above average cooking, so he's fine in that regard. But everything else, I mean, like that's up for debate.
Yeah,
we'll have to see.
I'm gonna say I would rather be able to read other people,
You would
because
just
I
burst out laughing at every single person you saw.
yeah, probably, but
that you'll be really disappointed.
But I would be told my entire life that I'm below average on pretty much everything that I attempt. So
Your confidence will not be good.
I don't think I'm above average on much.
Okay.
So I would choose other people.
I think I would choose other people too, because like I kind of know where I'm at in my life. I know I'm above or below average.
Yeah, same.
So I want to see what Kristen got, what Josh got, see what their rating is. So
that could get interesting if we could read each other.
Yeah.
You could know where you sit on the totem pole, though.
You are the only one that cares about that.
That's competitive. See,
the rest of us are getting by.
Exactly. Like we're not that competitive. You're competitive.
live,
You want to
man.
see where you rank with everybody else, and you want to see if you can get better. That's how Josh is.
I will admit, though, that was a great question.
That is a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Yeah.
One last quick one. Would you rather be reincarnated as a fly or just cease to exist after you die? 'Cause I
Cease to
guess-
exist.
Yeah.
You don't even want to be
cease
a
to exist.
fly?
No.
Flies die very fast,
But you
Josh.
could torment one
They
person.
get squished.
You could torment the guy terrorizing the earth. Instead of, you're not going to take the boomerang off.
Okay, but he's not going to notice if I poop on him or something, you know?
Yeah, you just hit him in the face constantly.
Okay, and then he squishes me.
I think I would rather be the fly, actually.
Really?
Thank you.
Because then you can at least fly around for a few more days or hours.
Till you get swatted.
Yeah.
And you die again.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not
But then,
getting,
but then you'll still cease to exist.
True.
I'm not getting swatted. I'm above average.
I don't
I'm
want to be
flying.
squished as my ending.
He's above average.
Well, right after this, we will be talking, as always, about relationships. I Want You to Know by Zed.
Where the scissors at?
Where's the tape?
I don't know. You had it. No, I didn't.
Guys, what are you doing?
You said sports rap. We're wrapping up presents for sports teams, right?
No, I meant Sports Rap, the sports talk show on 90.5 WASU that airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 6, where we recap the biggest sports games and news from the week.
What did you say?
Well, what are you rapping?
Oh, I'm just getting Tom Brady to play the football. Maybe you can catch this.
I'm just wrapping up LeBron's career in Cleveland and sending Isaiah Thomas a no-trade clause.
And I'm getting a choking hazard label for the Indians, Dodgers, and the Falcons. You think Dan Quinn will like this?
Come on, guys, time for actual sports rap.
Falcons, Dodgers.
My name is Maggie Harper, and I host the App 1800, a podcast featuring the current events in Boone that you care about. Listen every Monday at 9 a.m. on 90.5 WASU, after the morning app.
What time is it? I need to get up. I gotta go for sure.
It's time for the morning app.
Welcome into the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
How you guys doing this morning?
You can listen worldwide at WASUradio.com, live on App TV, or with the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Howie.
Oh, hey, Kristen, how are you? So what's going on? What music you listen to right now?
Man, Howie, I don't know. I can't find any good music anymore.
Well, guess what? I host a show on WASU.
You do?
Yeah, it's called The Rollout. Do you like top 40 music?
Of course I do.
Well, guess what? I have your fix. I have the songs that are coming up on the charts. I have the next breakout artists and the songs you want to hear again and again.
That sounds great. When was it again?
It's going to be Wednesdays at 7 on 90.5 WASU or WASUradio.com.
The Rollout.
Listen to The Rollout every Wednesday at 7 on 90.5 WASU.
What's up, guys? Here on App TV, the A Game is the only place where you can see highlights and updates on everything App State sports. I'm Braxton Critcher.
And I'm Ashley Smith, co-host of the A Game, where each and every Monday at 9 p.m. you can find the best coverage of all your favorite Mountaineer teams and in-depth reporting from the sidelines.
That also includes athlete interviews, a player of the week, and a chance for students to get involved with the Q&A game.
So join us each Monday on App TV for App State's only sports TV show.
And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
Welcome back to 90.5 here on WASU. It is Taylor Ann here, and I am very excited because this is the relationship segment.
Go ahead. Play it for us, Josh.
I've just really tried, baby. Woo!
Oh my goodness.
I was feeling it, man.
Do we have Ric Flair in the building?
So to start off our relationship segment, I found some really cool free date ideas that people actually will want to try. Me and Kristen were looking through them. There were 68 listed, but I only have 9 for us to talk
68,
about.
that is a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot that I didn't like.
Yeah, there were a lot of bad ones.
But these are actually really good. One was attempt to get a Guinness World Record. I think that's really exciting.
That would be awesome, actually.
Right?
So, like, what would you do? Is it, like, eat the most hot dogs in an hour or something?
Yeah, or, like, sleep the longest, or watch the most movies in a setting, or, like, make the most popcorn. I mean, you and your significant other can figure it out, but I think it'd be a great idea to do it.
That's not a first date. That could be like a whole retreat
No, this isn't a first date.
vacation. Okay.
No, this is just in general to help, because for me, it's something that me and my boyfriend are struggling with right now is where we don't go on dates often because we don't have money to go on dates.
Mm-hmm.
And we forget that you don't have to have money to go on dates. And so I found this really cool article that talks about dates that are completely free. Another one is having an at-home movie theater night where you make fancy popcorn and homemade slushies.
Homemade slushies?
Yeah.
Okay, that's different.
Wouldn't that be fun?
The popcorn, I'm in there regardless. It don't have to be a movie night.
Yeah,
I like
know.
popcorn, so hit me up.
Build a blanket fort. I have wanted to do this for a while.
Have one in my house already.
Nice. Make a relationship time capsule. And there was something else. Oh, record the story of how you both met. I kind of would combine these two. I think it'd be really cool if each of you like recorded how you met, put it in a time capsule, and watch it a lot later and see like, you know, what you actually both thought.
It reminds me of Zoe 101. You remember that?
Oh my gosh,
when,
yes.
when they had was it the CD, right?
Yes.
It was like, Zoe said she loved me.
The ending that came out like 10 years later exactly, that was great.
Yeah, that was, he was dating somebody and completely like blew her off.
That was really great. I'm so glad they came back and did that.
Oh my gosh, Zoe 101 was my show. I actually looked up on how to go to the boarding school she went to. I'm not gonna lie. Test drive a dream car. I think that would be really fun, especially if you're of 25 or older, so you can actually do it. Or if you have someone who's old enough to do it, that'd be a really fun way to do it. A date night. Have a chopped competition to see who can make the best dish out of whatever you already have in the fridge.
I like this one a lot because
I do too.
My boyfriend and I, like you said, we're low on money right now. We're both just graduating college and stuff like that, but we cook together all the time, and I consider that a date, especially if you're turning into a competition.
Yeah. Sure. And you're not spending any money on groceries. You literally have to be creative with what you already have.
Oh, okay. That's a challenge. I'd probably lose that because I don't have much in my house right now.
I was going to say, all I could make was waffles.
This one I think is one of my favorites. Pretend to be a tourist in the next town over from yours and break out the fanny pack.
Yes, to the fanny pack, always.
Josh in the fanny pack, I can tell right now.
I think it's always great, though, to be a tourist in your own city, too, you know?
Yeah,
and see the places that you normally wouldn't see on your day-to-day basis. Go out of your way to explore new areas.
Yeah, there's a lot to do in Boone, so definitely go out and explore.
I'm going dual fanny packs.
Why? Why the way that you are, man?
Why not? They're stylish.
Another one is learn a magic trick together. I thought that'd be fun.
A magic trick. Ooh, Chris Angel.
I love learning new magic tricks. It takes me forever to get them down, though.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, I think it'd be more fun to laugh at each other not being able to get the magic trick.
That's true.
I just recommend don't use like a real animal, like a dove, like making a dove come out of a hat or something. Because if it's your first time, you might hurt that animal.
Go for card tricks. That's always the safe
let's
bet.
shoot for that.
And I have one last one that I have been wanting to do for a while with my boyfriend is just go exploring on the Blue Ridge. I think just driving and getting lost is some of the most romantic times.
Nope.
Getting lost.
I'm not going to get lost. We were driving back from Asheville once, and we were a little lost, and I was in a panic. I was in an absolute...
But if you got lost on purpose, you wouldn't be worried.
No.
If you get lost on purpose, are you really lost? Because you know where you went.
True. This is not...
Well, getting lost on purpose is not using a GPS to get where you want to go. Wherever you get there, then you use a GPS to get home.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, the problem is, though, we're in the Blue Ridge.
I don't want to get lost.
We're in Blue Ridge, man. The signal's not good. So,
That is very true. Okay, maybe you'll just actually get lost. That's okay. You can go camping, you know? Make it into something else really exciting.
Hey, I like it. I'm a fan, all right?
Positive thoughts, people, okay?
I mean, I'm all about being positive, but being lost is not what I want to be. But we talk about all the time unique first date ideas. And we have kind of touched on, you want to steer clear from the typical, restaurant and movie date.
Right.
But I actually have a few reasons why first dates should always be dinner dates. It's quite interesting, actually. So number one, and I think this is actually pretty important, you get to see how that other person treats the waitstaff, and that's really important. To me, that's so important. It tells a lot about their character. So I think that's a good reason. Another one is choosing the restaurant for the first date kind of sets the standards for the rest of the relationship. So if, you're like, let's go to McDonald's, you're like, okay.
Yeah, no, you don't do that.
I'll pass.
If they're willing to put in a little bit more, it just kind of shows where they're gauging this relationship and where it's going. So I think that's kind of key.
Look, if you take somebody to McDonald's on their first dinner date, man, you got to get it together. You can't do that. You got to go to like Olive Garden or something.
But I will say,
not Wendy's.
no
fast food
Josh.
for the first date. No, you go sit down and eat and talk to each other like normal human beings.
Or the opposite. If you go to like a 5-star steak place, I would be so intimidated because I would feel like that's the standard, like you said, for the rest of the relationship.
Yeah.
I know I don't have that kind of money, and if he does, that's very intimidating.
That is true. I like that point.
Drive through.
Oh my gosh.
Another reason, though, and I think that this one I've witnessed actually a lot this weekend because I went out to eat way too much this weekend, but
whether or not, like, how much he's checking his phone at the dinner table, too, is super important. My boyfriend and I were out to eat, and we just saw one couple that was just sitting across from each other, and they didn't even look up. And, you know, for a few minutes, maybe James and I will do that, and we'll just be like, oh, okay, you know, and then we get back to each other. But it's never more than 30 seconds tops, probably. You know, we want to be with each other. I don't know if it's because we're in long distance, so our time together is less, and maybe that will change once we're not. But we see couples all the time that just sit there and scroll, and they're not talking to each other for 5 minutes. We watched this one couple go on, and we were like, I hope we never be like that. I mean, it was probably going on a good solid 15 minutes. The guy had earbuds in.
No. Oh,
I don't know
my
what he was
gosh.
doing. But they were on a date. I mean, it was very obvious that they were boyfriend, girlfriend.
They honestly might just be too comfortable with each other.
Maybe.
You know, because my mom and dad have been married for almost like 40 years now. Like, it's ridiculous. And I was like, what is your secret? Like, what is it? And one thing that she said is you have to keep trying. You can't forget to keep trying. I think in a relationship and in our society today, if you don't keep knowledge, like if you don't remind yourself like, hey, we need to do something new and remind each other of why we love each other and fall in love with each other all over again, if you go out to eat all the time, it's not special.
That's
you need to, you know, go out maybe every now and then, and it's like, it seems like those people are probably used to just doing the same thing.
The last pro about going to a restaurant is and this is interesting because Taylor Ann and I are working on a documentary about tip culture, but you get to see how much they tip, and that tells a lot about a person as well.
It really does. I completely agree with that, especially the reasoning for why they tip. You know, as a waitress, I'm always curious, and it says a lot to me because it affects me personally when people do it. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I hope these date ideas help you. I hope you don't go to McDonald's. You go somewhere classier like a Burger King or a Wendy's and just, you know, have
Burger
fun.
King, though, man, no.
Ew, yeah, no. I don't even do that on the reg.
We will be back on Friday, but it won't be us. It'll be the new squad, the new generation of people for Friday. So stay here on the Morning App.